The end result is almost guaranteed. I'm not afraid of losing. And when you say, oh man, you put these position sizes on so big, how can you relax? Because I'm only really risking the last pyramid entry. Because if that one goes bust, if it moves against that, and it takes out, if I look at that last pyramid entry as an individual trade in and of itself, if the idea around that trade melts down, like there was no other entry prior to that one, I may have a position that's 30 contracts, 40 contracts deep, but that last one's only like 5 contracts. But I erase all the logic and ignore the previous position entries, because that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm only giving a fuck about that last new entry that's pyramided in. If the context and framework around that last pyramided entry, if that breaks down, I'm killing the entire trade that's still there. So am I losing money? Only on that small little piece of that last pyramid entry. So it's taking some of my unrealized profit away, but I'm banking on all of the realized gain on all the things that are still profitable above it, if I'm short, or below if I'm long. And for some of you that are brand new, or if you don't know English real well, that didn't make any bit of sense to you. But if you look at what I'm doing and study how I'm doing my pyramid entries, unless it does a complete 100% run aggressively and doesn't allow me at all to get out, my largest position is entered first. Go in with 10, then go in with 8 or 6, and then go in with 3, and then go in with 1. Well, if the last one I went in with was 1 contract and it moves against me, and say that last entry was on a fair value gap, but it takes out 3 PD arrays that would be otherwise viewed as a means of supporting the idea that that trade's good. See, I'm not looking at the idea of my initial entry has to hold true. No, fuck that. I want to make sure I'm not giving up all that unrealized gain, because I had the biggest portion of my trade on first. See, I'm building a pyramid with the largest base at the bottom. And then as I add to it, it's going to be smaller in scale, in number of contracts. So that's why I can take one trade and do 10 times what Algo Box Vinny Boy does in one clip. And he's trying all day long to try to do something. I just do one trade. I know what I'm looking for. I know how to time it. I know how to frame it. I know where the stop should be. I know how to properly manage the stop. I've been flaunting it for the last 2 weeks. Yes, I've been showing off, but you know, I got to stop doing that. And that's one of the things I got to get off social media for, because this stuff brings out the worst in me. And I know a lot of you want to see more of that, but I don't like that part of me. Like, I don't like that.